Folks, it seems that the Rachel Zegler controversy train just keeps on going, and it's got a new passenger. Former Scream actress Melissa Barrera, who was fired from the Scream franchise due to her anti-Semitic and, blatant hate speech against the people of Israel and during the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. So, yeah, she's now sticking up for Rachel Zegler. And I'm not going to go over the full article here because it covers a lot of the stuff that Rachel Barrera said. I will leave a link to the article, so if you want to read the article, it is in the description of this video. But I'm basically going to cover the meat of it, which is her defense of Rachel Zegler is absolutely not the same of what she did. Which is basically, she's saying that, Rachel Zegler's being scapegoated. No. And I'll go into why. But before I do, if you want to support this channel, if you want to help this channel grow, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Those are the 4 best things you can do. Also turn on the bell for notifications. It costs literally nothing. I am an unmonetized channel. Even though I am fully eligible to, I refuse to. Because I prefer to give you the blunt and brutal, honest truth. So with that out of the way, let's get into this. Woke Snow White star Rachel Zegler was supported by Scream actress Melissa Barrera this week amid the reboot box office failure. The $270 million reimagining of Snow White, I will not call it a remake, of the 1937 classic starring Rachel Zegler, 23 years old, has been beset by multiple controversies, including the actress panning the original film for its sexist traditional romance plot and adding Free Palestine to an ex-post plugging the film. Amid the reimagining's failure to launch at the box office, an explosive variety piece alleging Zegler's ex-post spiked death threats toward her co-star, Gal Gadot. Barrera declared Rachel Zegler deserves better in a scathing comment. Barrera, who was sacked from the Scream franchise for remarks she made about the conflict between Israel and Palestine that some deemed anti-Semitic, reshared a post which read, "Disney is scapegoating Rachel Zegler for the failure of Snow White because she spoke up for Palestinians. She deserves better." This was accompanied by a screenshot of a Variety article with text above it reading, "A newly published hit piece in a Variety magazine attempts to paint Rachel Zegler as difficult and politically radical. It makes her look cool as hell and full of integrity." Here's the thing, folks. Rachel Zegler is an admitted narcissist. Look up Rachel Zegler, "I'm a narcissist" on the internet, and you will find a video link straight to it where she says, "I am a narcissist." She admits to that. She also exudes it, or whatever the word is, projects it whenever she is out and about. She is a person who has nothing but attitude and disdain when she is given interviews. And when she doesn't, it's mainly because, she doesn't want to screw up the chances of a successful venture. Unfortunately, due to the 2 years of controversy, she has given up on that entirely. And the reason why Melissa Barrera and her firing and her coming to Rachel Zegler's defense in this case is rather stupid, it's because Melissa Barrera didn't endanger the life of a co-star by stating her pro-Palestinian views. Rachel Zegler did. She literally endangered her co-star's life. So, it's not the same thing here. As for the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, I'm going to lay some rather important facts that people need to understand. The Israeli Defense Force, their army, is fighting against the Palestinian regime. The Palestinian regime has no problem putting their people in front of the IDF and the armies of Israel. The Palestinian regime is also run by a terrorist organization known as Hamas. I am not saying that all Palestinians are terrorists. That is not what I am saying. What I am saying is their government and the people in charge of the people of Palestine are terrorists. If you are supporting that people, or if you are saying free Palestine, you might basically want to clarify that when you are calling for freeing Palestine, it's not from the Israelis, it's from the people or the terrorists who are oppressing the people of Palestine, who are also Palestinians. Unfortunately, the Free Palestine movement has been hijacked by pro-Hamas supporters, which most hive-minded Americans, unfortunately, will automatically attach that to when you say Free Palestine, you are therefore supporting Hamas. Now, there are people like me who understand that there is a little bit more nuance to it. Now, I don't know Melissa Barrera's belief structure on this. I don't know Rachel Zegler's stance on this. But it's because of Rachel Zegler's actions saying Free Palestine and the unfortunate connections that has, it caused death threats to Gal Gadot. And Disney had to hire extra security to her and her family, her 4 children, and her husband, and her. Imagine being so detached from the wider world, being so cemented in your own narcissism that you don't understand that you endangered your co-star due to the fact that Gal Gadot was former IDF, part of the Israeli army. That is a requirement in Israel. You join the army over there for a specific period of time. And yes, Gal Gadot served her country with distinction, I believe. But having a co-star blatantly make a political statement that causes her to be endangered, yeah, that's a problem. Melissa Barrera should have kept her mouth shut in this situation because she did not endanger a co-star when she ran her mouth off. No, she simply started she said bloviated and exaggerated things which got her ass fired. And then after she was fired, she decided to clarify. It's better that you clarify up front than after the fact. Because after the fact, it comes off as less sincere after the damage is already done. If you therefore put all your cards on the table before the fact, you're more likely to lessen the impact of the damage you do. But you're still going to do damage. So yeah, Melissa Barrera coming to Rachel Zegler's defense here, it really was a dumb thing to do. It only makes Rachel Zegler look worse because now she's got a disgraced actress coming to her defense. One who was labeled as an anti-Semite. So yet now, Rachel Zegler may also have that stigma attached to her. Rachel Zegler is always going to be labeled as the person who ruined Snow White. That is her legacy going forward. If Hollywood was smart, they would never touch her again for a movie. Relegate her to Broadway and let her stay there. Maybe years later bring her back when she is a little bit more mature. Like, I don't know, 10 to 12 years later. People are way more mature then. Well, some people. But Now, she, unfortunately, because she got founded by Steven Spielberg, let it all go to her head, and she thought she was this big shot even during West Side Story, which bombed. She is now a 4-movie bomb or box office bomber. She is a 4-movie box office bomber. Hunger Games isn't a financial success. It is a break-even movie. It's not a financial success. But Y2K, Snow White, Shazam, West Side Story, 4 movies that bombed in the box office. And a 5th that wasn't even considered financially successful. Rachel Zegler is poison. She is a poison apple of her career. She constantly runs her mouth. She doesn't care about the lives of others. And I already have videos explaining past events and her endangerment of Gal Gadot. And I will put those up in the tag. But Melissa Barrera, you should have just left this one alone. Because now you only did more damage to Rachel Zegler. Damage that really isn't fair to Rachel Zegler. As much as I critique Rachel Zegler, I will admit this is an unfair attachment to her. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think Melissa Barrera did Rachel Zegler any favors here? Or do you think she's only going to make matters worse for Rachel Zegler? Let me know all your thoughts, folks. This has been Orange Chat. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay humble.